Hi everyone, this is Ivan Rivera. I'm Math Product Director, and today I want to talk about none other than Eliud Kipchoge, the new marathon world record holder. A couple days ago at the Berlin Marathon, he ran an amazing time of 2 hours, 1 minute, and 39 seconds, about a minute and a half faster than the last marathon world record. And to top it all off, he ran a negative split, which means that he ran the second half of the marathon faster than the first half. Just amazing. And not just that, but he ran it about a full minute faster, which means that unlike pretty much any other marathoner on earth, especially in a race context, he got faster as the race progressed. It's like fatigue didn't even come into play. Just wonderful. In today's video, I want to talk about Kipchoge's diet, because a lot of people on the Maffetone side have been rightly pointing out that Kipchoge eats a very starchy, high-carb diet. And people are wondering, what does that mean for eating the Maffetone way in a low-carb, high-fat way? And also, what does that apparent discrepancy mean for Kipchoge's own race performance, for his own health? And ultimately, what does it mean for me and you as aspiring athletes who want to emulate the best in the world? The first thing to consider is that elite athletes have a very different context, all things considered, than you and me. Our lifestyles are different, the way that we train is different, the pressures that are exerted on us by the environment is different, our genetics are different, our whole childhood and upbringing and personal history is very different. So the short answer is that you can't just take an athlete's nutrition or an athlete's training or their race schedule and just shrink it to apply to yourself, because there's a lot of things that are different and it just won't fit in your lifestyle, and it'll cause more problems than it solves. So what does this all mean in practice? So someone like me, who had a very Western childhood, I grew up eating candy, drinking Coca-Cola, getting takeout from Pizza Hut, generally not feeding myself very well at all. Even if I had wanted to feed myself well, and I had gone to the store to look for the same corn and the same vegetables that Kipchoge talks about eating, I would end up buying vegetables that are very, very different than the ones Kipchoge has access to. Probably much higher glycemic, probably with fewer vitamins and fewer minerals. Altogether, a very, very different and less healthy food. But in addition to all that, there's been all kinds of stresses that have encroached on my body. For example, a lot of chemical stresses, pollutants in the environment, pesticides also in the environment, but also in my food. Basically, it means that my body and my aerobic system has been damaged in significant ways throughout my childhood, and it's just never going to be as robust as the aerobic system of someone who lived a very healthy life, especially through their formative years. So because Kipchoge doesn't have to worry about propping up a body that's rickety, he can just focus on getting a lot of really healthy calories into his body in a way that doesn't overtax his digestive system, so that instead of spending his energy digesting, he can put all his energy into training, recovery, and ultimately competition. A really good way to do that is to eat starchy vegetables, which are easier to digest than a lot of meats and a lot of fats that you would find in a low-carb, high-fat diet, right? It doesn't mean that Kipchoge doesn't have to worry about being healthy. He does. It just means that because his body is already so healthy and has been so healthy and so robust for so long, a much bigger worry of his is how to get the right fuel for training and competition, not so much for health. So to sum it all up, this means that if you've been very healthy throughout your life and you haven't suffered a lot of significant damage in a chronic way, like a lot of East African runners, you're going to be able to focus primarily on eating to improve your training and to improve your competition and to keep yourself fueled throughout all that. Whereas if you're a Westerner that has lived a typical Western childhood and suffered a lot of damage to their body, Even if you're healthy now, a lot of your nutrition is going to have to be explicitly tailored towards keeping yourself healthy and protecting a body that's never going to be quite as robust as it could have been. So I know this can sound pretty depressing, but the truth is that if you apply MAF principles and you eat a low-carb, high-fat diet that's tailored for you, and you train aerobically, and you live a stress-free lifestyle, you can still live an extraordinarily healthy life. You can still meet your training and competition goals, and you can keep improving as time goes on. So that's it for this video, and in future videos I'm going to talk about how this mode of thinking applies to a lot of other aspects of life, and how you just can't take a training program or a sleep program or a competition program or just about anything that an elite athlete does and shrink it down to your own size and apply it to yourself, because, like I said before, it's going to end up causing more problems than it solves. I really hope you enjoyed this, and if you have any questions or comments, just head down into the comment section and let me know. Shoot me a note. If you have any suggestions or ideas for topics for future videos, let me know. You can find us at philmaffetone.com or shoot us an email at burnfat@philmaffetone.com. That's it for this week, and I'm signing off. Until next time.